Hello, and welcome to Cryptid Creations. We're just three idiots who hang out and talk about dumb stuff together sometimes. But before we get into the show, we have a couple of words from our sponsor. Hey, have you guys ever heard about Anchor? It's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast all in one place. Mandatory call to action! Download the free Anchor app or go to Anchor FM to get started. I think about the old guy after we got engaged sometimes.
I don't
How
know
he
that
tried
story.
to steal the spotlight.
Yeah, I think about that night sometimes. It was like it was our anniversary. I'm just gonna tell the story,
Yeah.
but it was a really good night. Kayla and I had a big old date night because it was our anniversary. It was our anniversary, right?
Yeah, you proposed to me on our anniversary. You're
Yeah.
correct.
And our date night ended up at a dinner at Outback. And I go up to the waitress and I pull out the ring and I'm like, "Hey, I gotta ask you something." And she's like, "I got a boyfriend." And then I was like, "Wait, no."
Good start. Love it.
I'm just kidding. But I asked him if he could put
Oh.
it on like a dessert or like a cheesecake with "Will you marry me" written out or whatever in syrup. So they put it on a like a cheesecake and brought it out. And I did the thing. I got down on one knee and all that. And Kayla says yes. There's a round of applause. And then there's just like this old dude, and he's like, "I just got married yesterday." And in my mind, I was like, "This isn't about you, you old fuck."
Like,
My
he tried
God.
to steal my spotlight. I got down on one knee and he's gonna come in with, "I got married yesterday."
I love the old man voice.
And then the waitress smacked him in the head with the plate and he passed away. Welcome to the show. I'm William.
I'm Kayla.
And I'm still Megan.
Still implying that you're not going to be later.
Maybe.
Oh, shit.
I mean, I
Yeah.
can't stop you.
Yeah, you can't.
Don't take away her right to a choice.
Just accept it. Tomorrow I could become Snagglepuss or Trevor or Bartholomew.
She
Or-
could be tomorrow. She could be a historical figure.
And then
Oh,
I'm going to
no.
beat the shit out of other historical figures to assert my dominance.
Mortal Kombat style.
Yes, to the fucking death. And I'm starting with Thomas Jefferson.
Can you please tell me why you're so angry at this boy?
I don't know. Like, when you first presented the topic idea to me, my mind was just like, Jefferson beat his fucking ass. And I think it's because, like, in recent years, there's been so much shit that's come out, like, about him, and I'm just like, wow, what a cunt. What a douchebag. I'm gonna beat his ass.
What a white guy.
When I go to hell, I'm gonna be like, where's Jefferson's room? I'm gonna find him.
Where's Jeff?
Where's Jeff? Where's Tommy? I
Where's
need
Tommy
to-
Jeff?
Where's Tommy Jeff?
I also went with some. I was gonna say historical figures, but I was like, that's the point. Was Thomas Jefferson? Was he a president at one point? I feel like he was.
Yes.
I thought so. Hamilton hasn't steered me wrong yet.
Wow.
I also put down some past presidents.
Oh.
I put down Lincoln or JFK because I already know their weakness. Gun.
Oh no.
That's so fucked up. Like, I figured we were all gonna go for, like, the traditional Hitler, Stalin, like, every bad guy ever. Like, let's go beat the shit out of them. But, like, I want to go punch the shit out of the guys, like, everyone ignored and just kind of, like, let do their own shit. I want to go beat their ass.
I did write down one president, but it's for like the most petty, spiteful reason. I want to fight William Henry Harrison because the motherfucker got pneumonia and died a month into his presidency. Like,
Just
how?
because he didn't want to wear a coat. Because he was just like, look, I'm from Indiana. I know what the cold is. I am the cold. And then he fucking ate shit for it. And you know what? That's what Indiana is.
He said, "Look, my kneecaps are already frostbitten."
Wait, he's from Indiana?
Yeah.
I don't know why, but the idea of a president being from Indiana doesn't sit right with me.
Well, it didn't sit right with anybody because he died real fucking quick, so it's okay. God said, it don't feel right, and just, like, put an X on him.
He said, "No, I don't want the guy.
Don't like him.
Don't like him."
Not implying that God picks presidents or that there is a God, but I just like the idea of him being like, no, not him.
Yeah. I want to fight Jeff Bezos. He's not a historical figure, but I
Yeah.
feel like if you punched him, he'd make the coin noise for Mario.
Oh, he definitely will be, so it's okay.
Be
It's okay
punched
to-
or dead?
Yes.
Oh, my second name on the list is Helen Keller. Because one,
Oh, fuck. Here we go again.
what's she gonna do? Two, her dad was like a Confederate general. Like, and I guess there are like a bunch of stories about her being an asshole. And as a kid, I had to watch a movie about her, and they portrayed her as like a piece of shit as a kid. And so, like, I don't know, as a child, I was always just like, Helen Keller seems like a piece of shit. I was just dogging on this like deaf and blind girl, but then I found out that she was like slave owning family, and yeah, so now I kind of want to fight her. Like, honestly, what's she gonna do? What?
She also just like was a piece of shit in general because she would like just also climb trees to fuck with her parents.
What's she gonna do? Like,
I mean, the more I'm hearing this,
I'm gonna swing on her and duck, and do you know what she's gonna do? Not a goddamn thing. She can't see me. She wouldn't even know what's happening.
because, like, I don't know, just as someone who just got, like, a normal American education, we kind of paint Helen Keller as, like, this, like, you know, you don't really know that shit about her until you, like, dive deep, and then you're like, wow, don't like that. So, like, I never knew all that shit. So when you just, like, drop the bomb of, I want to fight Helen Keller, like, I just was like, oh,
Okay.
oh.
Okay. I have one very distinct memory from elementary school, and it was they sat us down to learn about Helen Keller, and they played like a cartoon movie, and it starts with her being like 2 and playing outside, and all of a sudden just getting a fever like a bitch. And then the doctors are like, "Well, she's blind and deaf. Deal with it and leave." And then like they like one they bring in like a white person to help train her. In reality,
Train her.
to like help her, but in reality, it was not a white person. Hence the Confederate general. And the entire time, like, she would just knock shit off the table just to get them to pick it back up and like throw shit, and she was just kind of an asshole. And she literally didn't do shit until like the last 2 minutes of the movie. So as a child, I just didn't like Helen Keller, and then I grew up and found out more about her, and I was like, we got beef.
How fucked up would it have been if your teacher was all like, "We're gonna watch this animated movie of Helen Keller," and it was just a blank screen for 40 minutes?
I have to go.
She's like, you're about to experience the Helen Keller experience. That she blindfolds us and puts noise canceling earbuds in.
It puts you into a fucking
Noise canceling.
sensory deprivation tank.
That sentence was noise canceling ear. That's how it cut off.
Noise
And I just
canceling ear.
can I upgrade my ears to the noise canceling ones? Thank you.
Noise canceling.
Shut your mouth hole.
I want to fist fight the guy that made bikes. I don't know why, but like I just get angry at the fact that someone invented bikes.
Bikes are very useful though.
They are useful, but like you don't deserve that much credibility.
I mean,
Do you think his name was Michael?
yes, they called him.
Fuck.
They called him Bikey. Oh my
did,
God.
did he have sinus issues?
Michael.
My name's Michael.
I
Where's
also put
the bee?
I put down Elvis Presley because I want to get him while he's shitting.
I think the aneurysm he had got him while he was shitting.
I want to be I want to be the second worst thing to happen to him on a toilet. Like, I don't want anyone in his family to ever look at a toilet and get excited ever again.
Who's getting excited at a toilet?
Hey, sometimes you're like pushing the buzzer, dude. I've been excited about a toilet before.
You
Holy
fucking
shit.
turtle heading it.
I want to be the second worst thing. Holy shit. Oh my god. I mean, the same could be said with Hitler. I want to sneak a bunch of fucking laxative pills, so that's the second worst experience he had with pills.
I just put a lot of fucking paint in his food.
Paint?
Yeah, poison him slowly, and also his insides look colorful. He was an artist, right?
An attempted artist.
Attempted artist? That sounds like a crime.
This man attempted artist.
I'm sorry, sir. You have been charged with attempted artist.
That's pretty much what Austria said to him. They were like, you attempted artist. That's all right, though. We're good.
Sorry, you're gonna have to
Nothing.
stop because you're an attempted artist.
Technically it's not illegal because it's attempted, not successful. Kind of like attempted murder isn't illegal unless you actually kill them.
Or unless I don't know
If you
about
have
that one.
if you have plans, just let me know so I can edit that out.
What?
To kill someone.
Oh,
Oh.
why would I release that information onto the internet? Jeez.
I don't know. You're
Anyways,
you.
My next subject
You're chaotic.
is the Beatles because bug spray is cheap.
Fuck off.
What? Oh man!
You just show up with a can of Raid and fucking Paul McCartney's all like, "Oh no, boys, we gotta pack it up now." I can't breathe with all this Raid in my lungs.
I'm trying to think of someone else, and I'm like struggling.
Didn't
Mitch?
one of them overdose? That'd be the second.
No,
What? I'm
one
pretty sure
got
of the Beatles-
shot, and I think the other one just died.
Nobody just dies.
Hold on. Let
false.
me Google this.
There's always like a reason. Old age, heart murmur. Nobody's ever had like a death certificate that just said fucking died.
Yo, he fucking dead.
Well,
Lung cancer.
I'm gonna be the second worst thing to happen to go into his lungs.
Oh no.
ow.
I would think the worst thing that would happen to any of them is probably a bullet in the lungs.
Yeah.
Owie. Big
Yeah.
ouch.
I feel like that would feel like heartburn.
Until you're dead, yeah.
No. Yeah.
Like really, really, really intense heartburn. You ever had that kind of heartburn that hurts like your under titty? That's what I feel like that would hurt like.
Yeah, well, I guess being shot in the chest could be considered a heart attack, yeah. I want to fight Mitch McConnell because I want to see how far
Oh
his...
my god.
I feel like if I punched him, like, if I just went bonk right on the top of his head, his whole, like, neck would cave in.
I feel like
It'd pop like a balloon.
he'd sound like those videos of like little white girls like poking their fingers into slime multiple times.
Ew.
I feel like that's what he sounds like. Yeah.
Oh my god. Ew.
That like wet slapping sound.
Disgusting.
The wet slapping noise is just how he sounds when he gets out of bed.
He definitely like gargles like Perry the Platypus when he's threatened.
My last name that I wrote on my list is Albert Einstein because he's a fucking nerd.
You guys are just beating up like people who have contributed. I mean, I
That's
guess
because we're jealous.
Oh,
It's hands or get hands.
The last thing I have on mine is Rasputin because if he can't use that foot-long dick as another arm to hit me with, then it's
That's
useless. It is
That's
useless
Schmeat.
otherwise.
oh my lord.
As a child, I really liked on Just Dance that song where it's like rah rah Rasputin, that one. And so
Yeah.
I like facts about him, and I was reading like a biography of him online, and that's when I first saw the photo of his pickled dick. And I was like 8.
Wow. 8.
So,
Wow.
so no man.
Could you sound more enthusiastic?
No
wow.
No man has ever lived up to Rasputin.
I just didn't know she was 8 when she first saw it. I'm like, if I was 8 and I saw some Russian dead guy's dick in a jar, I'd just be like, I have to go cry and quit for the rest
Today
of
was
the
a
day.
horrible day to have eyes.
Right in my diary. Today I died.
When I was, you know what? No, because when I was 9, I was playing at one of my friend down the street's house, and she pulled out like her
A dick
tablet.
in a jar?
thingy. No, her tablet, and she was like a year or 2 younger than me, and she was like, "I found these really funny videos online," and then she pulled up gay porn, and she was like, "It's funny because it's 2 men kissing." I didn't know what to do, and I told my sister, and she's like, "I'm telling her mom," and I was like, "No, I'll do it," and then I never did it because I'm not a snitch.
Wow.
Wow. That's not the direction. I mean, that's kind of the direction I thought this was going, but not the twist I was expecting.
Yeah, no, I was scared to tell because I was like, "Well, I watched it with her for 5 seconds, so I would also get in trouble at, like, 9 years old." But I told her, I was like, "I don't think we should be watching that."
So what did that have to do with you seeing a pickled dead guy's dick in a jar when you were 8?
Well, because the first
Besides
time I saw a dick, it
penis.
was pickled, and the second time it was getting pickled.
Stop.
Wow, I hate this.
That's my new favorite term. Getting pickled.
Getting pickled.
Getting pickled.
Getting pickled in that bussy.
Holy shit.
Okay. We have a boy.
We have a boy.
A
We do have
boy?
a boy.
Megan, we have a boy.
We do.
It's a boy.
It is a boy.
And
It's
another
only
boy.
2 boys.
2 babies.
On the road to love. I can't believe you got Gandalf for a photo.
Yeah,
Actually,
so
I was
cool.
I saw this picture and I was thinking of good names for a solid 6 hours at work, and the only thing I kept coming back to was Crinkle.
Crinkle?
Yeah,
Mr. Crinkle?
good Crinkle.
Good
I
Mr.
also
Crinkle.
my first thought at looking at this photo was that one meme where it's just a horse on a balcony and it's like Juan.
So the horse's name is Juan, and that's
Yeah.
good Mr. Crinkle.
Juan and good Crinkle.
Good Crinkle. So who is my good man, my lovable Mr. Man, good Crinkle?
Skedaddle skadoodle, he turn your dick into a noodle.
That's him. He is definitely a dick noodler.
He is a dick noodler. I
That
feel
is
like
his special ability.
he definitely has 4 library cards to the same library at least.
In 4 different dumb variations of his name, and they're like, we know it's you.
He shows up with a
Crinkle,
different hat
Cronkle.
every time. But
A
they're
different
all
hat?
Yes, but they're all on top of his already wizard hat.
So is his name actually Crinkle, or is this just like some old white man cosplaying as your friendly neighborhood wizard, Mr. Crinkle? Like, does he have a background? Who is this man, or is this actually just some wizard who just showed up in this planet? Was just like, yep, here I am.
He's not allowed to tell you his legal name, but he is an actual wizard, and he does like to go by Mr. Crinkle.
I kind
Cool.
of think that there was like a magic tavern type of mishap here where he accidentally got teleported here.
And now he's just stuck here with, and then he's like, I'll just get a horse. Let's call Juan. I'll just vibe here for a little bit.
Everyone has these metal horses.
He's in a
Metal
witness
horse.
protection program. Juan is helping him.
Yeah,
Juan.
Juan is his like his counselor.
One of my first thoughts looking at this was sleigh bitch because he's on a sleigh.
I thought that was a surfboard for a minute.
I thought it was like the ski plane, like one of the ski things.
I'm just saying, Juan better hurry the fuck up because there is a car coming.
That car looks parked, but I can't tell.
If it's not parked, it will be.
Sus.
Juan is doing his best though. But this is quite the setup they've got going on. But if Juan gets scared or takes a shit, it's over.
I really want whatever cape he's wearing. Like, it looks so comfy.
No,
it's made out of old rugs.
It's definitely like a cheap blanket that he got at like Walmart, but he's just like, it's all I have right now.
I really want a cape like that, but I want it to be made out of weighted blankets.
Oh, me too.
Mm,
I feel like his whole getup is definitely from Goodwill.
yeah.
Goodwill, good Crinkle.
Goodwill, good.
He steals one item exactly from Goodwill every time he goes, and he puts it in his prison pocket till he gets out.
Is
His prison pocket?
I don't like that.
Yeah.
Nope, I have the receipt for that. I need you to take that back.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to give a hard pass on that.
But are you sure
Is
about it?
this in America?
No,
Oh,
this is
yes and
definitely
no.
this is
It's in
Braz
America, but not in the way we want it to be.
this is America if it was also Brazil.
Oh, this is definitely Brazil or something like around there.
Amerizil.
Amerizil?
Yeah.
Isn't that a Pokemon?
Yep,
Oh.
it's in my top 5.
He definitely has at least 2 cans of Vienna sausages under his hat.
Oh.
Wow, that's kinda like me when I went to a Rocky Horror Picture Show with Kayla, and I had that dude, you
Oh.
just fucking screamed, and I had and
Whatever you
had
just did, like, just triggered her to scream.
we got 40 nuggets at McDonald's, we ate 20 on the way there, and then we still had 20, so I had a top hat for that night, and I put the nuggets under my top hat, and we walked into the show, and then I saw a friend that I pulled a nugget out of my top hat, and I was like, "Nugget for you, sir," and then the guard was just like, "Dude," like
So we saw when we were outside that it said no outside food, and I had the nuggets just in my purse, which they kind of like poke around in your purse for a second. So I was like, "Oh shit." And I looked at her and we're putting this under your hat. And so we got in no problem because they like checked our bags and we didn't have shit. And so we see her friend and we walk up and we're like, "Oh, look at us. Ha ha ha." And the guard's like, "Really? You're going to do that right in front of me?
but
No outside food?"
he was just like, "Go sit down. It's fine. I don't care. Just go."
I lied. I was
Just
like, "We
go.
didn't know."
He was cool with it.
There's also a photo of Megan and I at one of the homecoming dances, and we got there really early because your mom had us take photos like an hour and a half before the dance.
Yeah, 'cause she's yeah.
And,
She's a
and
dumb bench.
so we drove to McDonald's and we got chicken nuggets.
Yeah, and
And
we ate them in the lobby.
while we were actively waiting on our tickets to go, so there's a photo of me holding a chicken nugget box like a ring, and Megan just sticking her hand in into also fancy.
Yeah, I had to get my honey mustard dip in.
Had to get that dip in.
Dip
Get that
in.
dip with the drip, baby.
Hey,
Where is this boy from? Like, what's his hometown world?
he definitely is from the same world as like Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit, but he's just like
He keeps a single bullet in his butt crack, and when he
I lost my train of thought and you turned it into a train wreck.
and when
He's
he
fr-
farts, someone gets shot.
Oh no, it is Brazil.
It is definitely Brazil.
So what you're saying is like if he was from Lord of the Rings, he'd be Crinkle the Vibin,
Yeah.
Crinkle the vibin'.
because he's just
Yeah,
vibing.
wherever he goes, he's just vibing. As long as he's got a means of transportation and a bullet in his crack, he is vibing.
His ass is so tight it'll set off a bullet.
And the 2 cans of Vienna sausage in his hat.
I feel
They're
like
used as
he
bullets later.
he's
he
definitely
def
rocking some titties under there.
he runs a small business that kind of just keeps him going, and he just delivers blue Gatorade to people. I have
I like
Gatorade,
that.
Gatorade, and Gatorade. Would you like Gatorade? And they're just like, hi, and Crinkle's just like waving at him, and then he's just like, Gatorade, and they're like,
Blue Gatorade! Blue Gatorade!
and it's only blue. They're like, do you have any other flavors? And he's like, no, just blue.
Do not ask me again. It is only blue.
Yeah, that's where he's going right now. He's doing a Gatorade deal.
Do not ask me again. I will shoot you with my ass gun.
My ass bullet.
I think that's what he sounds like, but I think the horse sounds like the dad from Caillou.
No, the horse definitely sounds like Biggie.
Oh, Biggie.
Biggie Smalls.
So does he say only his name, or can he also just like speak?
He can definitely speak.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking
Only in
if it was
riddles.
just Biggie saying Juan, that's so fucking funny to me. Juan.
He can speak, but it's only in riddles. So it's Biggie Smalls' voice telling you riddles out of a horse named Juan.
Oh
But he can definitely
no.
speak Spanish. Like if Crinkle's just like Juan, he's just like
Bienvenidos, muchachos.
oh no.
Could Biggie Smalls speak Spanish?
Oh, he would. I don't know if he ever did or could, but just this horse.
I think did this horse come to him, or did like Crinkle just buy the horse with like 8 Pokemon cards?
That's what happened, and then he did a spell on Juan that made him sentient.
It wasn't even a spell. He just looked at the horse and went, Juan.
And for some reason, the horse was Afro Latino, and here we are. Yeah, but like he'll just be talking to someone. Just it sounds just like Biggie Smalls, but the second Crinkle calls him, he's just like Juan, and he's just like, "Que pasa?"
Juan. ¿Qué pasa?
Goes every single time someone violates OSHA.
Say again? Hold on. What?
You say "Que pasa" every time someone violates OSHA,
No, I said that they know every time that a company violates OSHA.
and what do they do about it? They just roll up and they just stare at them until they're like, "Okay, fuck, we know."
They roll up and they just drink their blue Gatorade and they don't offer any to the violators.
I don't think they'll give a shit.
They do have a price that they can like give it to you for, but it's like jacked up from the normal prices because you violated OSHA.
Plus interest.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's enough to convince them. I feel like Juan is a little more persuasive than that. He's very
No, Juan is definitely the bad cop. He would like roll up and like fucking just
kick
stomp the
'em.
shit out of your forklift until it breaks.
I like to believe that if you piss off Juan, he stands up on his 2 hind legs.
Oh, he definitely
Oh,
does. Then he turns into BoJack Horseman style, and then he's just like, "Hey,
he turns into a horse bear, so he's like 15 feet tall.
yes."
Ooh, I hate it.
They got such skinny ass legs.
He likes just chilling as a horse. That's why he hangs out with Crinkle the Vibin, because it's just vibes until someone violates those OSHA violations, and it's over. Then you've struck a nerve.
He's just waiting to stomp out someone's fucking forklift.
Yes, fuck
Y'all.
forklifts.
Except for that guy who had a forklift addiction in the last
I
episode.
was just about to bring that up. I was like, fuck that guy who had the forklift addiction.
They
shirt
are
from the
mortal
last
enemies.
episode. Yes.
Ooh, they are.
One's coming for him.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Does Crinkle have any desire to get that too?
But you were saying?
Any like nah, like I said, he's just vibing. He doesn't care how long it takes to get back.
He is in possession of Rasputin's dick, and that's where he gets
Oh
all
my
of his powers.
god.
It's still in the jar. It's still in the jar. Don't get me wrong. He just kind of
He just
like,
borrows it from the museum from time to time. He's just like, hey, nope, I'm renting it again. And they're like, God, they're like, Crinkle, it's the 3rd time this month. And he's like, no, I need it. Just give me it.
he carries it in between his thighs. Like,
They have an agreement. It's an unspoken agreement. But every time Crinkle shows up, he's just allowed to take Rasputin's dick jar. And then just he can have it as long as he needs it, as long as he returns it.
he carries it crotch walk style.
He uses one of his 4 library cards.
He has a code word. Whenever he needs it, he just rolls up to like the Smithsonian or wherever the fuck that they store it. He's all like, "It's dick time."
It's dick time.
It's dick o'clock.
It's dickle time. Where is that pickle?
Oh my! I hate that one. Fuck. Does he
Is
have
it-
family?
Is it just me, or does his beard look like it has a little like?
Like a ponytail at the bottom.
Yeah, I was like, is he stylish with his beard?
Oh,
Like,
he is very
he's
stylish.
styling.
Look at his drip.
yeah, he definitely has drip. He is dressed out. Like, he looks like a fucking pimp under that cape.
I like to believe that under that cape, he's wearing one of those early 2000s SpongeBob t-shirts where it's SpongeBob but as a gangster with like dollar signs.
Holy shit, I love that. But,
And
like,
a pair of jorts that go down to his ankles, but they're still jorts.
he definitely has Tim's.
Yes.
Okay, but does he do the fairy tale old thing where, like, they pretend to be, like, poor and old and crotchety and then, like, see how people react and then they're like, "Ah, wizard!" Is he one of those? I think he's one of those,
He
'cause
he has $85 trillion, but you would never know.
that's what I'm saying, like
Yeah.
To answer your question, yes, but I was going to say he's actually poor.
yeah, the 87 trillion is definitely in the other dimension. So
It's in a
he is
savings account.
No,
He forgot the password too.
yeah,
he
he
has
doesn't have
it.
the card on him.
He has it in a safety deposit box, and he knows for a fact that he has the key somewhere in Brazil, but he's not sure where.
That's why he
So
went
he's
to
just like
Brazil.
low key looking for it while he's selling his Gatorade.
And
But
he's just vibing. He's like, "I'll get there eventually."
the second he finds it, he'll be rich again.
Yep.
And he'll kill Jeff Bezos.
Is that his goal? So that he has ultimate control of the shipping of blue Gatorade and Gatorade accessories?
Yes. What does the horse eat?
Gatorade.
No, the horse eats a normal diet
Which
of
is
Taco Bell.
it's all like, hey, hey, Crinkle. I need me a quesarito.
I think Juan was the most affected when they took the Fiesta potatoes off their menu.
Oh, he was devastated.
He was inconsolable.
Yeah, he didn't talk to Crinkle for a while.
Have you ever seen a horse cry?
Why
Yeah.
the long face? Shut the fuck up.
Why the long face? They took away the quesarito.
That hurts.
Okay, but I hate how when they were talking about taking it away before they actually took away the quesarito, Megan and I made in plan like a way to still get the quesarito. I was like, we're just gonna order it on the app and like go pick it up anyways. We're making them make us a quesarito.
And that's exactly what they did.
When we were at the combination fucking KFC, Taco Bell, Pizza Hut,
Mhm.
I watched a guy roll up and order exactly a quesarito, but like it was after they had taken it off and he had ordered it by ingredient.
Oh, I love that.
And afterwards, the cashier like stopped, looked up, and said, "That's just a quesarito." And he goes, "Yes,
Yes.
I know.
Do it.
I have ordered it in the way that I can get it that way, so now do it."
Literally.
Sometimes when I'm sad in the morning before my shift, I will go and there's a Taco Bell right down the street from where I work. Like it's on my way off like a back road I take, and because sometimes I just want quesadillas at 10 in the morning.
Of course.
Yeah. And it's a combination Pizza Hut and Taco Bell, and every time I go there, I think about sending you a Snapchat of it to piss you off.
Oh
Like,
my
I
god.
value my life a little too much for that.
Makes her want to die.
Yep.
Speaking of dying,
Oh yes.
Oh yeah, I have a third subject for today.
y'all make like segueing into a topic just so painfully obvious.
Oh darn! However, will they know? Anyways, horrible ways to die. Horrible fucking ways to die. When I was a
The
child,
worst.
I used to watch 1,000 Ways to Die a lot, and there are
When I
two
was a child,
episodes.
I died.
There are two episodes that I needed to mention before I even got into my weird ass ways to die. And one of them was that one bitch who like orgasmed immediately whenever she got like touched by a vibrator. And even
Mhm.
on her elbow, and her husband stuck up behind her on the stairs, knowing she hated that shit, and like touched her back with the vibrator, and she knocked him down and he snapped his neck and died. And then
Oh shit.
the second one, there was a man who was fucking a corpse. Like he was an embalmer.
Mhm.
And the way they set it up, they were like, he was driving to the funeral with like the casket in the backseat, and he was like, "Yeah, you were a fun time last night." And then he gets in a car accident, and the casket flies forward and like smashes his head against the thing. And in both situations, all I could think was good for her. And I
The
think,
corpse?
yeah,
Yeah.
she was
Oh,
attacked.
yeah. Oh, yeah. I, like, spaced out for a minute because I heard necrophilia and then, like, checked out mentally.
Good for her.
I
I
came
want
back at good for her, and I was like, "What happened?"
the way I wrote down that one, like, in my little bullet point so I wouldn't forget that I wanted to mention that from my subject was I put casket in the front seat.
Casket into front seat for today.
I wonder what she gonna do.
I have 2 episodes that remain in my head rent free. Um, the one where it's the guy who works at the Chinese restaurant and he stayed after hours to practice because I guess he wanted to be promoted or whatever. So he's practicing on the grill while there was this huge wok hanging above him, and I guess he flipped it too hard or I don't know what he did, but the wok crashed down on his head and he got grilled to death. There was that one, and then there was another one where a couple was like fucking in a tent and the guy like went blind for some reason. Like I guess there was something where if you fuck too hard, you go blind, and he went outside and got fucked up by a bear. Those ones live rent free in my head forever and always.
Okay, so I know what you're talking about with the going blind thing because one of my sister's friends, this happened to her girlfriend. She didn't go blind, but she was given that sloppy toppy so hard once that she popped her eardrum.
Oh,
And the girl was a champ. She kept going until he finished. And then the second, like after he finished, she came up and apparently just looked him in the eye and goes, I think I need to go to the hospital. She completely lost hearing in that ear.
oh my
Like,
god,
like to this day, she still can't hear out of that ear.
that's not okay.
So the second you said that, I was like, I guess that can happen.
That's not okay.
Speaking of something of that nature, I had there was also another episode of that show that I think about a lot, and it's the one that I remember the most vividly because I had to pause it and, like, I just put my head in my hands,
Oh.
and there was this one bitch that was, like, trying to, like, learn how to deep throat, and she bought a cucumber, practiced it in the kitchen, and as she started walking around in the kitchen, like, while she was trying to do this, she tripped,
Oh no.
landed, like, face first on the floor, and the cucumber got jammed down her throat, and she choked to death.
Aw.
Fuck. That's awful.
And then another one was very cartoonish, and it was, like, a guy that was trying to, like, shit in a trash can, and he, like, fell in it, and then the trash can fell over, and he, like, rolled down a big ass hill.
That's oh no. He
Sad.
rolling.
I literally, I put
Rolling with
down
the shits.
I put down on my list, like, a horrible way to die would be Elvis Presley style, because like, your whole booty is out, like, your
You
whole
keep
ass.
roasting this man, and I don't know what to do with you.
Okay,
No,
okay,
no,
I have a
no,
counterpoint I have a counterpoint to the location because
no,
after
hold
you
on.
die, your body expels all your fluids. That is the perfect place to die.
It
But
is.
then people don't know if that's pre or post-mortem shit, like, I do you know how
Why do you need to know?
do you know how embarrassing it is to be found dead with your ass out? I would be so mad. I'd be so mad if I died with just my ass out. I'd be pissed. I'd be so ooh, just thinking about it gets me heated. I'm mad. If I ever die with my ass out and that's how people find me, I'm haunting someone. I'm haunting them.
Oh my god.
Do it. I bet you won't.
I had one on my list that was it was an old medieval way of torture, and it was the one where they'd put a rat on your chest like in a cage, and then they'd heat up the cage so the only way out is to eat through you. I'd rather like shoot myself in the head honestly than
I
go
was
through that.
hoping you were gonna say rat bucketing when you said medieval. I love that one. Yeah, because when it gets hot, rats only know to burrow, and since they can't get out, they just go through your tum tum.
Yep, because I can.
Oh god, I'm so happy you said that one. Like the second
Shit's
you said medieval, I was like, "Ooh, I hope it's rat bucket," and then it was.
Yep, rat bucket. I mean, drawn and quartered would also be awful, but I feel like your suffering would end very quickly. I feel like that's a very quick way to die. Or maybe not. I don't know enough about it. Never been drawn and quartered, thankfully.
Yet
Yet. Not yet. Maybe one day.
I put
Bitch.
down also Helen Keller because would you know?
Oh my god.
Would you know? Think about like, do you think she just finally saw when she died?
No.
The
You think she's blind in the afterlife? Do you know how fucked up that is, Megan?
No, she, like, restarted, she rebooted, she out.
I was just thinking, like, you know how people say they see a bright light when they die and shit? What if she saw that and she was like, "What the fuck is that?"
What's light?
Oh, no, that's fucked up.
I have a few more written down. One of them is having an aneurysm in only your foot,
Oh,
because apparently that can happen.
you just die of foot aneurysm.
I put being eaten by Baby Yoda while in an egg, and then
Oh.
I sub put it dark and dare.
It
I
darkened.
also wrote down spontaneous combustion in a Chuck E. Cheese ball pit.
Oh,
Chunky cheese.
I would I need a minute. Chunky cheese.
I put an embarrassing one, which would be you choke on your gum during a quiet moment, and people have to like listen to you, like when you like choke on your spit and you're trying not to
Like-
cough really loud. Like imagine doing that during the eye step, like the standardized testing where it's like dead fucking silent in the room, but you just fucking choke and die, and people are like, "God, dude."
That's how it feels now, like, when you go out in public and, like, you know, you're not sick or
Kinda
anything, you just have, like, a
tickle.
general a little tickle, and you're like and everyone looks at you like you just, like, sharted on the floor, and you're just like, I'm sorry, I just ah."
Now, if it's a tiny tickle, I'd be coughing loud as fuck in stores. Stay 6 feet away.
Mood though.
Yeah, but I just, like everyone looks at you suddenly, and you're like, "Oh my god, sorry, fuck."
I feel like I'm famous.
Shut the fuck
Seriously.
up.
What if you flex taped all your holes shut and died?
Hold on, I had to process that for a minute.
What if you flex taped all, all your holes
Fuck.
shut and died?
Oh my god.
I can't even process that.
I had one, that was, fire ants eat you from the toes up.
No!
Yup.
I also wrote down Bella, Megan's dog, stealing your breath so she can choke on it with her sleep and apnea ass.
Would you every fucking time. It's
Not
just
realizing, not realizing the wood stick in an edible arrangement isn't edible.
ow.
Choking on it.
I wrote down another one that had a typo in it, but I kept it in. And
Okay.
it's 127 hours, but without James Franco, and also you die.
Oh, that's rough.
But the typo was I accidentally spelled James Franco as Jams Fernaco.
Jams Fernaco?
Yeah,
Is that like his
that's his DJ name.
oh, Yep.
He looks like he would be a DJ, but like only in really specific areas like
Switzerland
Brazil, Switzerland, and very remote parts of Iceland.
and Jamaica.
They love him in
Yep.
Jamaica and
The
Germany.
Beatles gang up on you. They sing "Here Comes the Sun" while knocking your fucking lights out.
Yep.
I don't think I could handle just like getting my shit kicked in and just hearing doo 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 doo.
Oh, I would go ape shit, dude. I feel like I could take on the world with that song. I would beat everyone up.
Juan eats you from the toes up.
I think I hate
Ow.
Juan.
Ow. Not
Ow.
horse teeth, anything but horse teeth.
I
Have
love
you ever
horse
seen
teeth.
those like really? Have you ever seen those like horse vor videos?
No, thankfully.
That showed up on Instagram once. Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can find it.
No,
Eats
I'm okay. I don't need horse vor in my life. Not with those teeth, not with that vor. Not with any vor. Especially horses.
Why wouldn't you want vor?
Oh, I don't know, William. You tell me.
Man, I don't know. Some motherfuckers out there like being ate, I guess.
There actually is horse point of view vor because it's shown up on my Instagram before.
I'm concerned. for you as
like
a person.
It was like animated. It was weird. He ate the mouse feet first.
Oh my god. Uncomfortable. Screaming. Crying.
Do we eat chickens from the feet first?
No.
If you like breasts, then technically you eat them from the titty first.
I know there's some Asian cultures who do eat chicken feet. So, yes, actually.
If you place 2 chicken breasts on a counter, can you motorboat them technically?
Yes, but you'll get salmonella.
I didn't say uncooked.
Oh, well,
Are we talking like seared or like Kentucky
Baked.
fried?
Baked.
Baked.
well then they're not as motorboat-ish.
But then the seasoning's gonna get all stuck in your face and it's gonna hurt like a bitch.
Good. I like me a little titty with some seasoning.
Oh,
Okay, that is my cue.
Another way I'd hate to die would be Jerry Trainer finding me.
Can you please elaborate?
No, then he'll know I'm onto him.
Please, I'm begging you.
One day, Jerry Trainer will find us all. He's on our scent right now. He knows. He's waiting. He's waiting until he's fully powered back up to Crazy Steve
Okay.
levels.
My anxiety. Oh, I don't know why. That's awful.
Thank you everybody for listening.
Yep. That's all I have.
We left it on a very weird note, and I'm okay with that.
That's our show. Hold on, let me gotta find the guy. Get the outro.
Okay.
Thank you everybody for listening. If you want to send us a suggestion for cryptids or cursed things to talk about, you can email us at cryptcreate or tweet at us at cryptcreate. If you guys have anything to plug except for Kayla's Venmo.
Fork and outlet.
I also have Cash App.
No! No! Stop it! Stop! It's every week!
I'm so defeated. Good night.
Other than that, you can find my social medias. Fuck.
You can find my ass at ass.com. Bye.
You can find my ass at thesecheeks.com.
Be safe
No.
out there, everybody. Wash a mask. Wear your hands.
Wear your ass and good night.
I think it's actually an EDU because that ass educated.
And we'll see you next week.